Good morning. Saturday Yoga with David. Welcome, everybody. Start with having a mat if you'd like. You can actually practice yoga without a mat. It's one of the beautiful things about yoga. You practice barefoot, shorts, have mat, towel, just a space on a floor, carpeting. Start to find a standing position with your feet hip distance apart. And explore your feet. Wiggle your toes, spread them out. You want to really ground your feet. You can roll out to the knife edges of your feet, roll to the balls, your heels. Just explore your feet. Balance and movement starts with our feet. A lot of times we let our shoes do the work for our feet. And even if you're wearing shoes, you want to work your feet, even during the day. Think about your feet. Once you have your feet set, hip distance apart, stack your knees, your hips, your spine, shoulders back and down. Level your chin with the floor. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. You should feel confident, powerful in this position. You can find this position at any time, even during the day. If you want to feel confident, confidence turns out as a fleeting feeling. You need to work at it a little bit. In yoga, you breathe in and out your nose. Your lips are sealed. Your teeth are separated to open the airway, relieve stress. The philosophy in yoga is that your breath is energizing. As you breathe in and out your nose, you're energizing your entire body. Pranayama is breath. Make your breath rhythmic, oceanic, if you will, deeply in and out. It's Ujjayi pranayama. The philosophy deepens. You engage your core. Pull in your belly button, engage your abdominal muscles. It's called Uddiyana Bandha, a band. Complementary bandha. You pull up your pelvic floor, engage your glute muscles a little bit. It's Mula Bandha. These bandhas engage your core. It's like a root lock. As you breathe deeply, Ujjayi pranayama, in and out your nose. Just standing here in Tadasana, practicing Ujjayi pranayama, with bandhas locked, you're practicing yoga. Now that we've established this position, Tadasana, we're going to move a little bit. I'll turn on some music. From Tadasana, turn your head very gently to the right. Just hold for a couple breaths. Recenter. Turn to the left and hold. This point of resistance you feel, it's the edge. It's different for everybody. It's the important place to practice in yoga. Reset in the middle. Bring your gaze up, hold and breathe. Bring your gaze forward and then just drop your chin. Gaze forward, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Just hold and breathe. Keep those bandhas locked. Breath flowing easily in and out your nose. Reset. Go to the other side, left ear to right shoulder. Reset in Tadasana. We're going to find some lateral movement. Step your right foot behind your left. Inhale this right hand high. Gaze follows. Reach in opposite directions. Feel that resistance along the right side. Your muscles are in flexion. Another hidden secret of yoga. We use the muscles in both directions. Healthy way to use them. Then exhale as you re-step into mountain pose. Go to the other side. Left behind right. Inhale this left arm high, right arm reaching in the opposite direction. Reset in mountain pose and begin to flow side to side. Step one foot behind the other and reach on an inhale. Exhale as you reset. Go to the other side. This movement with breath is a style of yoga called vinyasa. Everybody breathes at a different pace. That pace is the right pace for you. Feel free, move independent of me. I want to synchronize with your breath. That's right pace. This lateral movement, side to side, is important. In a typical day, most of our movement is forward. You can get kind of a forward hunch, forward lean. By moving side to side, it takes you out of your comfort zone a little bit. It's good for the body, good for the brain body integration. This movement's good for the hip and the back. One more to each side. Reset. Mountain pose. We're going to find some more lateral movement. Bring your arms to a strong T. Extend your right leg out to the side. And find some movement, lifting and lowering the legs. So inhale, up, exhale, down. If this vinyasa movement is too much, you can just prepare with the foot down and then just lift it on an inhale. Drop it back down and prepare for the next lift. Once again, this lateral movement's good for the hip, good for the back. You're building strength, flexibility, endurance. Just this simple leg lift to the side. Do one more on this side. Reset. Go to the other side. If arms wide are too much, you can bring them to heart center or bring them to your hips. You can find an arm position that's a little more comfortable. And begin to lift and lower. Just inhale up, exhale down. One movement, one breath. Appreciate the benefit you're giving your hip, your back, integrating the brain with your body. Enjoying this lateral side movement. One more on this side. Reset. We're going to do some front knee lifts. So lift the right leg up, bent at the knee. Just hold with your hands. This is harder than it looks. I saw the Minnesota Vikings doing this. Continue to elevate your knee, pulling it higher and higher. If you fall out of the pose, just get right back in. Turns out resilience is a practice skill. You want to practice being resilient. So if you fall out of a pose, get right back in and you're practicing resilience. Talked about confidence can be fleeting. So can resilience. So can your balance. And just exhale, release that knee down. Go to the other side. The brain actually has trouble switching sides. So if you feel some instability, just concentrate on your breathing. Keeping those bandhas locked, your core engaged. Release that foot down. We're going to start to flow. As you inhale, one knee up, you can bring your arms up and arms down. Go to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Just up and down. Also appreciate the movement of your shoulders. It's a pretty complicated joint. Moves in a very wide range. Movement. It's good for the hip, good for the hip flexors, good for the shoulders. Synchronize with that Ujjayi pranayama. Bandhas engaged. Do one more to each side. Reset. Mountain pose. We're going to go through Surya Namaskara, sun salutations. So come to the right end of your mat in mountain pose. Have your feet hip distance apart. Inhale your arms high. Then exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, looking forward with a flat back. And then exhale as you plant your feet. Plant your hands and step your left foot, followed by your right foot with hips high and downward facing dog. From here, come forward to a full plank, and I'm going to give you an option. One option is to drop to your knees, flatten your feet, bring your gaze forward as you tip your tailbone up and put a sway in your back. This is a modification to Chaturanga Dandasana, a little easier on the shoulders. And from here, you tuck your toes, push your hips high, drop your chest between your shoulders, and downward facing dog. A more typical option, you come to this plank. You bend your elbows and hover over the mat in Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip your feet flat. Shine your heart. You straighten your arms. Upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Tuck your toes, put your hips high, and we all meet together in downward facing dog. From here, lift your left leg high behind you in a single leg down dog. Gently step that left foot forward to a low lunge that you can twist by keeping this right hand down. Inhale, left hand high, gaze follows. On an exhale, that left hand comes down, your right foot steps next to left in a forward fold. Sit low, inhale your hands reaching high in Utkatasana, chair pose. Then exhale as you come out. Step to the other side of the mat. Inhale as you reach your arms high in a 5-pointed star, and immediately find forward fold at the other end of the mat. Inhale with that flat back, looking forward. Exhale, plant your hands and step right foot followed by left to downward facing dog. Forward to plank. You know your options. You can drop to your knees or bend your elbows. Flip your feet flat, shine your heart, and upward facing dog. Tuck your toes with your hips high and downward facing dog. This time, reach your right leg high in the air. Gently step that right foot forward to that low lunge. You can twist by inhaling the right hand high. The right hand comes down, the left foot steps next to right. You sit low, inhale, hands high. Exhale as you come out. Go to the other side of the mat. Inhale as you step across in a 5-pointed star and find that forward fold at the other side of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step left foot followed by right with hips high in the air. Forward to plank. Bend the elbows. Flip the feet flat, shine your heart. Tuck your toes, push your hips high and downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg reaches high behind you. Gently step the left foot forward. A low lunge you can twist by inhaling the left hand high. Exhale, hands down, feet together. Sitting low, inhale. Utkatasana. Exhale as you come up. Continue to flow across your mat into that forward fold. Concentrate on moving with your core engaged. Breathe as deeply as you can, in and out your nose. Ujjayi pranayama. Right leg high. Step across. Inhale. Right. Exhale into that forward fold. Inhale, sitting low. Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. 5-pointed star across your mat. Forward fold at the other side. Flat back. Step back into downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high. Step across. Inhale. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale. Step across your mat again. Concentrate on that energizing breath. Ujjayi pranayama. Feel how moving with your core engaged gives you great stability. Integrity in each movement. One more across your mat. We'll all meet together in mountain pose. Nicely done. Sun salutations. A fundamental sequence of any yoga class. From the top of your mat, have your feet hip distance apart. Step your right foot back, heel is down, bend in the left knee. It's said that you grow the roots, then the branches. Your hips are square, shoulders are square to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands high, like you're holding an energy ball over your head. Breathe as deeply as you can. This is Virabhadrasana, Ekam, Warrior One. You're a warrior. Feel intensity in the pose. Like any good warrior, show some humility. And clasp your hands behind you. Some people can find opposite elbows. Some people can do a reverse prayer behind their backs. Otherwise, just let your hands come down to the mat. As you exhale and drop your head right inside your left knee in humble warrior. A deceivingly difficult pose. There's actually another bandha. If you tuck your chin, look back at your belly button. It's called Jalandhara. If you have Jalandhara, Mula, Uddiyana Bandha all engaged, it's the Mahabandha. You should easily hear your breathing in and out your nose. Inhale as you come up. You can keep your grip or you can release it. On an exhale, drop your head with your left leg straight. Find that resistance in the left leg. This pyramid pose. Let your head hang as you're breathing. Get that resistance to soften. On an inhale, bend that left knee. Inhale your arms up. And exhale as you step to the top of the mat. We'll go to the other side. Find that 5-pointed star as you step to the other side of the mat. This time, step your left foot back, the heel down, a bend in the right knee, hips square to the short edge of your mat. Inhale, hands high. Find Virabhadrasana, Ekam Warrior One on the other side. How often do you get to be a warrior? Feel power in the pose. From here, bring your hands to a grip that you like, or you can let them come down to the mat as you exhale your head right inside that right knee. You can use that right leg for support. There's no rule in yoga that says you can't. Use your breath to energize. Make it oceanic, as deep as you can, in and out your nose. Inhale as you come up. You can keep your grip. You can release it if you'd like. Gently straighten your right leg. And on an exhale, drop your head back down. Feeling that resistance in the right leg. Using your bandhas to give you stability in the pose. Inhale as you come up, releasing your grip. Exhale as you step to the top of your mat. This time, step your right foot back as long as you can. Point those right toes forward with the left toes pointed out the top of your mat and a bend in the left knee. You want the hips open, long down your mat. From here, inhale, arms to opposite walls. Your gaze is over your left hand. This is Virabhadrasana Dre, Warrior 2. You're a warrior. Feel intensity in the pose. Remember that work we did with our feet? Feel how grounded they are into the mat. Your gaze over your left hand is like an intimidating stare of the warrior. That kind of intensity. Should feel good. How often do you get to be a warrior? Enjoy it. All your muscles turned on. Extend this pose by exhaling this left hand down inside your left knee. Inhale as you reach with the right arm. Gaze follows. Right fingers. You can use the left leg for support if you'd like, or take it away. Reverse this pose. You exhale the right hand back. Inhale the left hand high. Crescent warrior, if you will. Find a nice vinyasa flow by exhaling the left hand down. Inhale as you reach with the right. And you exhale the right hand back. Inhale the left hand high. One movement, one breath. Classic Vinyasa Yoga. It's a beautiful flow. Be expansive. Breathe as deeply as you can to energize your entire body. One more in each direction. As you come up, bring your arms to a strong T. Gently straighten your left leg. You exhale your left hand, targeting your left foot. Inhale, right hand high, gaze follows. In Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Be as expansive as you can, arms wide, bandhas locked. Ujjayi Pranayama, breathing deeply. As you inhale up, find that 5-pointed star, but simply turn your right toes right out the top of your mat. Left toes pointed forward, a bend in your right knee. Hips are wide open. Inhale, arms to opposite walls, and find that drishti gaze over your right hand. Breathe deeply in and out your nose, feeling the power of Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana. Dre. Extend this pose into a side angle. Exhale the right hand down inside the right knee. Inhale as you reach with your left arm. Feel that resistance all along the left side. Breathe into it. Reverse this pose. Exhale the left hand back to the left leg. Inhale, right hand high. Crescent warrior. Begin to flow. Exhale the right hand down inside that right knee. Inhale as you reach with the left. Exhale the left hand down towards the left leg. Inhale, right hand high. One movement, one breath. The pace of your breathing. It's the right pace for you. Healthiest way to move. Re-engage the core, explore the core, make sure it's turned on. Time you come up, bring your arms to a strong T and gently straighten your right leg. Open your arms wide so you're flat as a board. Exhale. This right hand targets your right foot. It might get there, it might not. Inhale, right hand high. Gaze is lifted. This Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Be expansive. Breathe as deeply as you can, in and out your nose, feeling the energy. The bandha is locked, your core engaged and giving you stability. Inhale, your arms back up. Simply step to the middle of your mat. Mountain pose. Nicely done. Some classic yoga asanas, poses, flowing in the vinyasa style. Well done. We're going to start to explore tree pose. Bring your hands to your hips. You'll notice your hips are square to the front. You're going to keep them square to the front. Open your right foot out to the side. And you feel like you want to open your right hip. You'll find a point where the right foot won't open anymore without opening the hip. You want to keep that dynamic tension. And then just bend at the knee and kickstand your foot. Keep pushing that right knee back, the right hip forward. The dynamic tension gives you a root lock. From here, you can slide the foot up to your calf. Grow some branches if you'd like. It could be a deciduous tree with your hands out. Coniferous tree, hands together. You can even bring your gaze up if you'd like. Takes away a little stability. So people can close their eyes. Resist the urge to reach down and grab your foot. You can actually slide it up your leg. Keep pushing the right knee back, right hip forward. Keep that dynamic tension. Typically you stay off the knee, but keeping this dynamic tension, it's pretty safe. And you simply exhale as you come down into mountain pose. Hands to hips. Start to explore the other side. The left foot opens up. We talked about earlier, the brain takes a little time to switch sides. Once you have that dynamic tension, bend at the knee, kickstand. that left foot. Keep pushing the left knee back, the left hip forward. Maybe slide it up to your calf. Grow some branches. Breathe as deeply as you can, in and out your nose. Like that left foot to come higher. Use your core and bring it up. You can do it. Challenge yourself. If you fall out, get right back in. Keep pushing the left knee back, the left hip forward. Feel that dynamic tension. And exhale as you step into mountain pose. Lovely. All right. Bring your feet out a little bit wider. Find that 5-pointed star. Actually bring your hands together. Maybe your thumbs touch. As you sit low, with your chin parallel with the floor, drop your elbows down, and then bring your thumbs together. So you're basically drawing a circle with your hands. Just straighten your legs and bend your legs. The way this was explained to me is your hands are drawing the shape of a full moon. These are moonflowers. Concentrate on sitting as low as you can. Each time you sit and squat. Exhale down. Inhale up. It's a complementary pose to these moonflowers called sunflowers. The next time you reach up, think yellow. Now, you're going to sit low, but round at the back and sweep your hands down towards the floor, and then inhale back up. Exhale, sweep, inhale up. Your arms are now making a bigger circle, like the sun. Moonflowers, now you're doing sunflowers. Breathe deeply. Ujjayi pranayama, energizing. One more here. As your hands reach up, bring them to heart center. Sit low and hold. Your chin is level with the floor. You can use your legs for support if you'd like. You can bring your elbows in between your knees. Keep your chin level with the floor and sit as low as you possibly can. If you need a break, simply inhale as you come up. Exhale as you sit low. Just hold and breathe. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, arms at your side. All right, we're going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to go into straddle splits. It's like a wide-legged forward fold, but maybe just a little bit more. You want to go to the edge of your limit as your feet come wide. Some people like their heels out past their toes. It's all kind of personal preference. We're going to be here for a while. So once you have your roots set, grow the branches by inhaling hands high, and now exhale hands straight down like suction cups on the floor. The important part here is to let your head hang. Let gravity work its magic. We're going to be here for some time. This pose can also be done sitting with legs straddled wide, your head hanging forward. By doing it standing, you let gravity work a little more strongly. Start to allow your breathing to return to normal. Continue to concentrate on your breathing, allowing points of resistance to soften. Poses held for long duration are typically called yin. In yin, you're letting gravity do the work, taking a lot of the muscles out of the equation. It's a way to get deeper into the fascia, the ligaments. Feel them soften, just like they're melting. As you work your way out, come down to your knees onto your mat. You're going to end with legs up the wall. There's some variations with legs up the wall. If you don't have a spot, you can lay back on your mat in Shavasana. If you have a wall, you'll have your legs straight up the wall. If you want to use a chair, an ottoman, stool, you can just bend your knees and have your calves up on the chair. Helps to flatten the back. Otherwise, bring your tailbone close to the wall. As close as you can, really. Legs straight up. If having your tailbone right against the wall is too much, just bring it away a little bit to give yourself an angle. Flatten your shoulder blades. And then let gravity take over and work its magic. Allow your breathing to become autonomic. Your body breathing on its own. Bring your focus to that breath. At first, it'll feel like you're manipulating your breath. But just concentrate on it. Your body knows what to do. It breathes autonomically 24/7. Let it. Let gravity take over, pulling you down into the earth. Resist the urge to move and remain perfectly still. Any thoughts that enter your mind, you let them go by going back to simply observing your body breathing naturally on its own, autonomically. And just be. second. Bring your awareness back to your space. And a little bit of movement. Classically, you draw your knees in towards your chest. Then roll through the right side of a fetal position. Keeps your heart on the left side lifted. Signifies the rebirth of your practice. I'll talk a little bit, so take your time. Eventually, we'll meet together in a seated posture. This yoga practice started with grounding our feet, finding good posture, exploring the flexibility of our neck, establishing good breathing, engaging our core. This whole journey is really a form of meditation. Leads us to our final posture, imprints the practice. And as you emerge, you've reset your mind, your body, your spirit. You've given yourself a gift of contentment, happiness that you'll get to enjoy the rest of the day. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you, my friends. Namaste. Once again, my name is David. Thank you for practicing. I hope to see you again next Saturday. Thank you.